So hello guys, this is the man BFP4F here once again, back at you with another gameplay commentary. And in this gameplay commentary we'll be taking a look at the UMP45 submachine gun for your engineering class. Now this is actually the second time that I'm doing this commentary, because the first time I got rudely interrupted by a phone call, but I switched the phone off so that won't happen again. But before I get into the gameplay commentary though, I need to give a few shoutouts. Well, the first shoutout goes to Force1lol for suggesting this weapon. He suggested that I do the UMP45, so this one's for you. Now the second one goes to Egyptian Wizard. He asked for a shoutout in game, I think, so yeah, why not? And the third and final shoutout goes to This Is The Random Kid for also asking for a shoutout. Now with all those shoutouts out the way, I can finally get on to the topic of this video, which is the UMP45 submachine gun for your engineer class. Now in this gameplay commentary I will be comparing it to a different submachine gun, which many consider to be overpowered, which is the MP5 submachine gun. The MP5 and the UMP45 share really similar traits, such as the not the reload but the recoil patterns and kinda the damage. So yeah, I'll be comparing those two because a lot of people seem to be confused about these two weapons and how you compare to each other. So yeah, hope you enjoy. Now the UMP45 shoots at 600 rounds per minute, and so does the MP5. This is nothing bad because each and every submachine gun, excluding the 9891, shoot at 600 rounds per minute. So you know, that's I am not sure whether they shoot at exactly 600 rounds per minute, maybe like 610, 590. I would never be sure about that unless I really test it, you know. But just assume that they shoot at 600 rounds per minute. They both have exactly the same ammo count. They both have 24 bullets per magazine, with 3 magazines extra. This makes you have 5 magazines in total, and makes you have 96 bullets in total. Whilst this is not that low, it's certainly not a lot, and I do recommend sticking to those assaults if they ever drop those ammo packs, so you can easily resupply your ammo. I suggest playing maybe with a friend that can supply you with ammo, so you can reload your RPGs and your ammo of your submachine gun. Now where the UMP45 really wins from the MP5 is the reload time. The UMP45 reloads in 3 seconds, whilst the MP5 reloads in 4.8 seconds. And 4.8 seconds is a really low reload time. Just think about it, just round it off to 5 whole seconds for your gun to reload and going through the whole animation. And sometimes your gun won't even reload because you accidentally sprinted or something like that. And having just 24 bullets with a 600 rate of fire, that's just really bad, because you can shoot those bullets out really fast, but when you have to reload you have to go through the whole 5-second animation, which can really screw you up. And since you have a submachine gun, most of the time you'll be in the action because your gun is meant for close range. While some think that the MP5 is more for long range, but in my opinion it's still a submachine gun, so I would use for close range. But that's why the UMP45 is a really good running and gunning weapon. And the 3-second reload is fast enough so you can just duck in and out of cover, having a fully reload gun and taking out your opponent. What the MP5 does kinda win from the UMP45 is with the projectile velocity. The UMP45 has a projectile velocity of 550, whilst the MP5 has a projectile velocity of 700. While this doesn't make that much of a difference when you're at close range, if you tend to play a lot of Omen and like go for long range kills, then yes, this can kinda screw you up. But the projectile velocity can be increased really easily with something like a precision barrel, predator barrel, or the heavy barrel. And 550 isn't actually that bad, since the UMP45 is more or less meant for close range, although you can do some really good long range damage with it as well. Where the MP5 also wins is the deviation, but remember, it does not win by a lot. The MP5 has nearly no deviation, it seems, whilst the UMP45 has just tad bit more deviation. So with the UMP45, I would recommend shooting up to 5 to 4 to 6 round bursts, and then shooting the other bursts instead of going fully auto like with the MP5, because the settle time, the settle times is really slow of the UMP45. The settle time of the UMP45 is 0.1 seconds, whilst the MP5 has a settle time of 0.07 seconds, which is extremely fast. So actually, while I'm thinking about this, do not shoot 5 to 6 round bursts. Try to shoot more than that if you're at close range, because the gun doesn't even have that much deviation, but the settle times are quite slow. But at long ranges, maybe shoot 3 shot bursts and try to shoot slowly, and then you can easily kill the enemy if they're not shooting back at you, of course. The recoil stats are exactly the same, almost. The only thing that the the UMP45 has more than the MP5 is upwards recoil. The UMP45 has more upwards recoil while hip firing and when aimed down sights, but this is not a lot. It's maybe like 0.03 extra. This is almost nothing, and the horizontal recoil stats are exactly the same of both weapons. So no, I wouldn't really get annoyed by that, because the recoil is almost non-existent on these two weapons. Actually, when I first tried on the MP5, I was like, why doesn't this gun have any recoil? It's just really easy. As you can see in game, it just have nearly no recoil. And the attachments that I'm running for the UMP45 is the stabilized stock, Stingray mags, Predator barrel, and the rapid aim red dot. Why is that? Well, the stabilized stock, for some reason, only for the engineer class and the recon class, it reduces your deviation as well as your recoil. And with this, the UMP45 doesn't have that much deviation at all, and it also has really low recoil, and it's utterly vertical. And the side-to-side recoil is already really low, so just adding a stabilized stock to this weapon is extremely good, because you just get really low recoil and it's really controllable gun overall. And the Stingray max, because the UMP45 has really high close range damage, but I wanted to up that just a bit more, and also my long and medium range damage as well as my ammo count. You can also use Viper mags, which are really good as well, and the Predator barrel, just to compensate for the loss in range that the Stingray mags give me, and just to up the projectile velocity a bit. And the red dot, because I have it, and why not use it. The iron sights work really well too, and I do not recommend that you just buy a red dot sight for this exact weapon. But hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay commentary. This has been the Man BFP4F, and I'm out.